Well, hello, all of my favorite people. Today we're going to be talking about using a number line to compare fractions, decimals, and percents. And even if you're not great at doing the fraction, decimal, percent conversions, you can use what you know about numbers below 1/2 and above 1/2 to help you when you're comparing two fractions, decimals, and percents. So let's dive in and I'll kind of explain what I'm talking about. So say I have 1/5 and I want to compare that to 70%, right? And even if I'm not great at the conversions, I could think to myself, okay, 1/5. If I only have 1 out of 5 things, I have less than half. So I could estimate reasonably that 1/5 is kind of down here, right? It's less than half, less than half a half if I really know my numbers, right? So I'm going to put 1/5 about there on the number line. Well, if I got 70% correct on a test, well, I didn't do too bad, right? I was over half. So I'm going to just kind of estimate that's okay, estimate that 70% is on the right of the 1/2 mark, right? That 0.5 again, 1/2. We use that as like a main marker to help us kind of figure this out. So I know that 1/5 is less than 1/2, and I know that 70% is more than 1/2. So I could say that 1/5 is less than 70% without really even doing all of the conversions. So I can use that number line to help guide my thinking as I'm working through the process. All right, well, let's try something maybe a little harder. Say I have 45% of something, and I want to compare that to like 3/8. Well, this one gets a little trickier because I know that they're both less than half, right? I know that 4/8 is half. So 3/8 has to be less than half, right? So I know that 3/8 is somewhere kind of down here, possibly, right? 3/8. And 45%, well, that's almost half, right? So I'm going to guess that 45% is right here. Now, because I'm not 100% positive about that 3/8, I'm going to have to do my math on this one. So let's do 3 divided by 8. And let's just model how to find that decimal and see if our estimation is pretty accurate. So if I have 3, I couldn't give you 8, so I can make 0 groups. 8 goes into 30, well, not 4 times because 4 would be 32, so 8 goes into 30 3 times for sure. 3 times 8 is 24, and to be honest, I could really stop there because look, this, if I make it a decimal, starts with 0.45. This over here is 0.3 something something. I don't really know. I could work it out all the way, but I could stop, right? Because I have a 4 in the tenths place and a 3 in the tenths place. So even just doing that minimal amount of math, I know that 45% is greater than 3/8. So my estimation on my number line was pretty accurate. All right, let's look at another one. Let's look at one more. So let's say I have, let's do 6/7. Ooh, sevenths are not my favorite. And compare that to 0 and 3/10, right? So let's see. Let's use what I know about numbers. Well, if I have 6 out of 7, that means I have a lot. I'm kind of close to having a whole thing, right? So I'm going to put 6/7 down here by the 1. Because if I have 6 out of 7 things, I almost have 7 out of 7, which would be 1 whole. And 3/10, well, that's not a very big number, right? I know that's going to be on the left over here somewhere of that 1/2 marker. So then, remember, on the left is least, right is bigger, right? So as I move to the right, I'm getting bigger. So I could say that 6/7 is greater than 3/10 without really doing a ton, or really any, of that long division or the conversions that we've been practicing. So we can use number lines to help us estimate where we think a fraction, decimal, or percent would be using our markers of 0, half, and then 1 whole, right? So just a strategy to think about as you're practicing putting fractions, decimals, and percents on number lines. Let me know if you have any questions. Love ya. Bye.